Hi friends, this is Anthony Cerna speaking from New Jersey. I'm actually having a beautiful day here. Got to enjoy about a 17-mile run yesterday. Got to play with deer, some rabbit that was out there, as well as some turtles in the little canal that I was running through to get to Princeton University. And with you right now at this moment, I just want to share with you that a lot of the concepts of health, fitness, nutrition, detoxification, juice cleansing, different diets, I've been learning over the years, of almost about 12 years now since I went on my journey. I lost about 90 pounds on my own transition, and I went from living a standard American diet, standard Western diet, to how I am now, which is mostly one would call a vegan diet or a plant-based diet. I like to look at it like majority of what I consume have been fruits, a lot of water, and more importantly, I want to share with you, whenever you got a chance, I want you to take back your own power. And I've been reached out, approached by different people with different ideas and asking me questions because they've been directed by dietitians, nutritionists, self-healing gurus. You know, I hear people following the advice of people that actually practice what is called alternative medicine, such as Ayurvedic, Chinese medicine, and so forth. And what I can share with you from my heart, with no cost to you at this moment, just for me sharing with you, is that we need to take the power back. We need to become the observers once again. We need to start making some changes and start observing those changes and make notes of those and share them with others. You know, one thing I could tell you is that switching over to a plant-based diet has allowed me to lose 90 pounds, allowed me to increase my health, my fitness levels, my activity levels, and also change the way I think. Instead of buying into someone else's fear, a fear of loss, a fear of not having something, a fear of suffering an illness or suffering something that, you know, that I feel I have no control over, now I feel I have control over. And there are some people I've contacted that are in my life, whether it be physically or just through Facebook or social media content. I've learned that by connecting with them and sharing my experiences, oftentimes they also have been misled, as I have. And so what I want for you to realize is that right now with this video that you're watching, you know, we're part of each other's lives. You may not know this, but every time somebody views this, or I, you know, listen to a comment, let's say, there's an interaction that could be worldwide, could be local, community-wide, whatever it may be. But more importantly, it's an opportunity to change the way we think, to change the way we do things, and to achieve results that we may not have achieved before. You know, I see people that are losing from. I have a friend of mine who's went down from 212 pounds, and they're continuously losing pounds, and they're defeating and challenging multiple sclerosis, as well as other health issues that they may have had. The biggest problem I noticed from going from a standard diet of eating animals, fish is an animal, believe it or not. I hear it all the time. So forth. You know, eggs, milk, those are all animals. Those are all, think about it. Would you put your mouth on the ass of a chicken? No, you wouldn't. Would you put your mouth on the nipples, or excuse me, on the you know, on the udder of a cow? No, you wouldn't. It's kind of crazy. You know, we've been conditioned and trained to be people that contribute to not just pedophilia, but bestiality. I'll call it out. I mean, you got to breed an animal. If you want to eat an animal, you got to pay someone to rape an animal. I mean, to continue them propagating. Raping an animal, masturbating a bull, that's what it is. You're masturbating a young male, to collect its sperm, its semen, and then implant that. You restrain the cow, you put her against a rape rack, and you force your arm into her body. I mean, you force it. What is that? That's rape to me. You know, so we need to stop following lies, and not just the meat industry. Believe it or not, the vegetarian industry sometimes can be no better. Not to say that they've raped and killed in that respect, but selling you and feeding you some lies, misinformation. If you're putting something good in, sometimes you got to get the bad out. And if you're putting something good in, and you've already got such sludge built up inside your body, there's going to be a chemical reaction. And to ignore the fact that there's a chemical reaction, a reaction that affects your entire body, is, in my opinion, completely it's negligent. It's irresponsible. You're going to cause illness. You're going to cause damage. You're going to cause, you know, and a massive amount of toxicity is going to flow from your cells, your tissues, your organs, into your bloodstream, affecting the liver. I've seen that. I've seen it happen. I've helped people reduce their AST levels from 247, which their range should be between 8 and 40, down, you know, down significantly to a healthier state. I'm not saying this for gloating or boasting myself, but I'm saying it's possible for yourself. As long as you're drawing a breath into your body is trying to heal itself, detoxify, nourish, I mean, we're constantly living in a state of abundance, and yet our obsession is to believe we don't. I mean, how crazy is that? You know, we think about it, the human population is too big. No one thinks about the golf population. No one thinks about the mall population, or the corporations and so forth, or my own personal wants and needs, buying Apple products, buying this product, buying that product. You know, why not reduce the demands, reduce the necessities for these resources, petroleum products and so forth and so on. Not to say that, you know, you don't have to live in a cave, but live in a state of abundance. Realize what you have and live it. Health, fitness, going to a gym for 2 hours a day, doing whatever exercise you want, CrossFit, plyo, yoga. It's all garbage. It really is. You know, what happened to playing? When did playing become so difficult? Why do animals have no problem playing, but humans have to go to a little jail, being directed by some special guru healing guy? I mean, it's a farce, and we're paying for it. So what I'm going to share with you right now is, you know, connect with somebody. Connect with someone just to hold yourself accountable to what you do, and to hold them accountable. There's nothing wrong to practicing commitment. There's nothing wrong with failing commitment. What is wrong is not attempting commitment. You know, not promising yourself a mile a day, half mile a day, whatever it is you want to do. Go up and down the stairs, be in a plank position, do some push-ups. Wherever you want to be at, start there. Commit to doing something. Commit to yourself. I meet so many people who have great jobs and love what they do, let's say, and they love that the benefits, but in the end of the day, you have to ask them, whose pursuit are you supporting? Oftentimes, they're supporting the pursuit of a company, a corporation, whatever it is, and they'll turn the blind. You know, they don't want to know exactly what the company's doing. Are you testing on animals? Are you not? Are you creating a lot of waste? I don't want to know that. I'm not part of it. I'm on a computer desk, or I'm at the this level or that level. You know, as long as I was in the military. As long as we're part of it, you're not going to change it. I used to think myself, like, if I was part of something, then I could change it from the inside out. It's like being a priest in the Catholic Church to try to change the whole the Vatican, or being a police officer in the police department, or a soldier or a sailor in the military. Think you're going to change? No. If you're actively participating in something in the military, let's get down to bare bones. I was in the military. I can tell you, I participated in genocide, period. That's what the military's purpose is, to destroy. It's not to preserve and protect and to spread peace. It's definitely not. It's meant to kill children, to destroy life, destroy animals, destroy land. That's it. There's no special branch of the military planting trees. No, there isn't. There is no special branch of the military, you know, helping sustain life and nurture life and clean up the live ammunition, the lead in the ground, the depleted uranium that they shoot, the Agent Orange that military members, and you got to get rid of the word veteran. Get rid of the word veteran. I'm a veteran, you know, by that definition, but the truth is we're all victims. We're being victimized, and I don't like to cry the victim, but these are facts. You know, I was tricked into joining the military. You know, I was 17 years old when I first joined. You know, people assume the word honor, courage, commitment, loyalty, whatever you want to attach to it. The fact is, you're none of those things when you're in the military. You don't think for yourself, and you don't think for the hive either. You think for a singular purpose, and the singular purpose is to destroy. That's it. You know, we're told that by being in the military, that you're doing something honorable, and you're going to hear thanks from so many people. But the truth is, what we're realizing is that we're part of destroying nature, destroying life. And that's it. That's the only purpose. A lot of these health industry people and fitness people and so forth, and religious people, their purpose is to destroy life. You can't do two things. You can't destroy life and improve life. It's not possible. You know, you can't serve two masters, as the saying goes. And why do I say this? Why am I passionate about this? Because I see so many people, including myself, following this purpose, this intention, this wonderful intention, and not getting the results that the intention is supposed to serve. Because I'm told that this intention is supposed to bring greater life, greater love. Then why does not any religion, a religious leader, or whoever guru you think, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra, who are they? Why don't they ever speak about revolution? Why don't they ever talk about boycott? Why don't they ever talk about withdrawing from a very violent group of people? Because they serve the violence. The Dalai Lama, all these people, Mother Teresa. You can't support life and destroy life. It's not possible. So what I'm asking for you to do is free yourself from that bondage. Free yourself from attachment. Listening to me, call me a bullshit artist. Call me a liar. I don't care. I'm saying this so later on I'm kind of crazy. I'm freaking losing my mind. I'm going to look at my video and go, oh, that's what I was saying. Or I'm going to look at a different perspective and go, what was I thinking? That's it. That doesn't matter. What matters is you taking power of yourself. You taking care of your body. You taking care of your mind, realizing your senses. You know, you have friends and family that they love you very much, yet they want to drink some alcohol. They want to do this drug, do that drug. They don't love you. Period. They are obsessed with destroying themselves. They are obsessed with justifying burdening the body that they have. You don't need to put anything inside this body. You really don't. You have to allow it to go through withdrawal phases and removing the stuff it doesn't need. And once you remove all that, and you live a very, not a puritist and extremist, there's nothing to do with it. I think extremism and all that other stuff is shoveling stuff down your throat and trying to get an effect, a reaction, a spiritual, greater, means. When in reality, all that is obstructing yourself. How are you going to be spiritual if you depend on something material? If you depend on something physical? That means you're not spiritual. It means you're full of shit. And your guru, your teacher, your leaders, whatever they are, all they are drug addicts trying to enable you to become another drug addict so they could sell you their holistic medicine, their little crystals, their diamonds, their whatever it is. The fact is, we're so used to sirens, loudness, vibrations, things that disturb, that destruct. You don't think a sound, the vibration is going to hurt an animal? Think about it. Think about it for a second. The sounds, the gases, the noises, the electrical interference, they all penetrate. I didn't ask for that siren to blast and blare, I promise you. But the effect was there. I listened to it. You're hearing it right now. I'm not going to edit this. Because you need to be aware of your whole life. There's an air conditioning unit I hear. There's so many noises. You don't even know what peace sounds like. I got fortunate when I lived on the Big Island of Hawaii, when I traveled in Thailand, to hear crickets, to hear frogs, to hear this beautiful harmony, this orchestra that you're entitled to. You work in an office 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day, live at home for so many hours. You're denying this body the beauty of the sun, the air, everything exposed out there. We talk about stay away from the sun, it could be harmful. Well, no, it's because we are so degenerated. Everyone talks about evolution and genetics and everything else, but no one admits to be degenerated or toxic. Why? Why not? Why are we so scared of that? Why are quote-unquote fruitarians and raw food vegans and so forth? Why are they so afraid to talk about and promote cleansings, saltwater flushes, enemas, exercises? If you're not taking the efforts, the initiative to flush yourself out while you're putting the good stuff in, you're putting so much pressure, compacting so much inside you, and you're obstructing yourself from realizing the potential, the abilities that you have. And if you don't realize what you can do, you'll never know what you can do. And instead of that obsession of always obstructing yourself, of always poisoning yourself, always being toxic. I was telling a group of people yesterday that when I drink a glass of pineapple juice, fresh pressed, or some certain juices or certain fruits, I will get a physical reaction. I will get a real physical and emotional and mental reaction, almost as if someone would call it being high in some ways. My body is so more sensitive to the smells of a woman when she's on her menstruation, to the chemicals in the air when there's pheromones presence, when there's anger presence. You think dogs, they read that? No, it's natural. We don't even know what nature is. I'm wearing a shirt. I don't like wearing a shirt. I'm doing this because a lot of you find it acceptable. A lot of you find it, you have to wear a shirt, you gotta wear clothing. Think about last time you were naked in the sun. Think about how scary that is. You don't even know what it's like to be naked in the sun. You've been taught to be offended, ashamed, angered by a naked body. But you're not offended by watching violence or alcoholism or drugs or whatever. That doesn't offend you. To poison the body, to hurt someone, that's fine. But to be naked in the sun, enjoying nature all around you, that's offensive? What the fuck is wrong with us? So I'm passionate, I'm vulgar, I'm angry. I want you to take some time, connect with someone. I'll send the link if you need to. Contact me if you want. I could share some of my contacts, and I'd love for you to connect with them. But I want you more to connect with yourself. Find your intuition. Thank you very much for the time you've enjoyed with me, and I enjoy with you. Thank you. Aloha.